As you can see, here the charging indication is getting on for some time and then shut off. As you can see, this battery charging is temporarily disabled. Press F2 entering the BIOS menu, battery status or details. Press F1 key to continue or F2 for setup or end the utility. This message comes whenever the battery is connected. As you can see, my battery is connected with the motherboard, and here you can see the light is getting blinking as if it's trying to detect the battery, but motherboard is not able to detect the battery. As you can see, this one and this is 2. These 2 points are positive. This is a positive symbol of over here. So these 2 points will be positive because as you can see they are connected with each other. These 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7. These are the data lines which are communicating with the motherboard and the battery. And these 2 are negative. Here you can see the symbol negative. This is a negative point. Now we are checking with the DSO. As you can see on my DSO, this is my DSO. This is the DSO software, and you can see the voltage is over here. This is the voltage which will show you over here. I will check it with 20 volt. Here you can see 19.8 volt it's showing. Here you can see 19.8 it's showing. So we are getting power supply which I have inserted. It's working with the laptop is working with the power supply but does not charge the battery. Now we will check the pins of the battery. This is another pin which is the data communication pin. You can see 3.3 over here. This is the second pin. Here you can see some type of graph and it's showing 3.6 volt. This is the SCL and SDA data are coming out. This is the third point. This is another point. Here you can see the data. Over here you are getting some data which is showing on the graph. Here you can see this again, no data. No data. Here is no data. Only this pin. This is a pin number 3 and pin number 4. We are able to get the data. Here we are able to get the data. So we can assume that the battery is trying to communicate with the motherboard, but it's not able to detect the battery or it's not able to charge the battery, because if it's not able to detect the battery, it will not charge also. So first of all, what we are going to see is, I'll show you on the schematic drawing and board view also. Over here, this is my schematic. As you can see, this 1 and 2 pins, pin number 1 and 2. I will show you camera also. This is 1. This is 1 and 2. These two pins are located over here. 1 and 2. Sorry. This pin number 1 and 2. This is pin number 1 and 2. As you can see, it's a ground pin. It's a ground. So this is my, sorry, this 1 and 2, because I am seeing from the bottom side, so I would just confused. Don't worry. This is the negative pin, minus pin. If you can see over here, it's a minus showing pin. So these two are ground. 1 and 2 are ground. So 1 and 2 is ground, which is located over here. 1 and 2. This is connected to ground. This is connected over here. 1 and 2. This is connected over here. So this is the ground pin. Okay. And 8 and 9. This is 8 and 9. This is 8 and 9. This is positive pin, which is connected over here. 8 and 9, which is basically connected to positive line. This is written over here, battery plus. So this is the battery plus. And now we are going to check with the multimeter what's the situation between these two pins. First of all, if you are getting this type of problem, you should first check the connectivity between positive and negative of the terminals only. After releasing the battery, you should release the battery. You should not keep connected with the battery. Now we will check with the multimeter. First of all, we are going to check with the negative. We have to check the negative point. This is the negative and this is the positive of the battery. Here we are getting some shorting type of indication. The multimeter shows that this is the positive line, this is the positive and this is the negative. When we are checking with the negative and positive, this is the negative point and this is the positive point. If you are trying to check, this shows, it's like showing me shorting. I am having the board view page. This is another file. This is a high definition picture of the motherboard, same motherboard. Here you can see properly. So these points are negative and these 2 points are positive. In between these two points, when I am checking with the multimeter, we are getting 0 ohms reading. So basically it should not be 0 ohms reading between these 2 points. Here we are checking with the ground points, this is 8 and 9. 9 number pin and 8 number pin. This is 1 and this is 2, this is 1. These pins are negative and these pins are positive. So you can see the picture where I'm trying to taste it. So let's go ahead. So now we are going to check this. We are getting shorting over here. So we can see this is 5 and 6. 5 number is ALW, which is showing written over here is battery temperature. Another is EC SM bus clock, and this is EC SM bus data, which are basically connected to IO controller. And this is the part which shows the battery temperature. Now we are going to check with these points. This 4 number pin, this 5 number pin, and this 6 number pin. We are going to check these 3 points. This 3 number is some battery alert connected with a diode. This is system present. This 4 number pin shows system present, which is connected with some diode. This is pin number 5, which is connected with 3.3 ALW. This is a always supply, which is 3. We are getting over here is 3.3. Without battery, if we try to check on this pin, we will get 3.3 voltages. And this is data pins. This is also a data pin, which is connected here. Here also we will get 3.3 volt without battery connected. Without battery, we will get over here 3.3 volt. All these 3 pins, 1, 2 and 3 pins, we will get 3.3 volt over here. Okay. As you can see, this F1 EC underscore SM bus underscore clock. If we try to select this thing and check it where it connected, then it will show you. It's connected with this your controller chip also. The power regulator controller battery charging circuit, which is ISL 88731. It's connected with the pin number 10 over here, and another pin is connected with IO controller. This is our controller, IO controller ENE KB9012. Here you are able to get on 77 number pin, you are able to get EC SM bus clock data clock 1 and EC SM bus data. This is the data and this is the clock. This is a bidirectional, means this bidirectional shows that it's communicating with the battery directly and your power controller chip also. The regulator charger comes battery charging circuit. The DC in and battery charging circuit, it's connected over with this also, and with the battery. This is a battery terminal. As we are able to get this point 1 and 1, 2 and 8 and 9, we are getting 0 ohms resistance. So we will check where they are getting connected. So this will be connected to battery. We are selecting battery plus. So it is showing over here in the schematic. It says it's connected with some PR121. Here you can see the PR121. This is a resistor which is connected over here. PR121. I will show you in the picture also. It must be on the backside of the backside picture. As you can see, this is the PR121, which is this is the 8 and 9 number. This is 8 and 9 number pin. This is a positive pin. These both are positive terminal, and these two are negative terminal. As you can see, these two terminals are connected with a coil. These two pins are connected with a coil, and this coil is connected with this. So we are going to check on the picture. Here you are able to see the same position of my motherboard. I'll show you with this board also. On high definition picture also I will show you. So this is the pins. This is 8 and 9, and this is 1 and 2. Sorry, this is 8 and 9, this is 8 and 9, and this is 1 and 2. So as we are going to see with the picture, here we are getting connectivity, impedance is low. Another side of the coil, I am talking over here, I am talking about this point. This is connected with over here. So we are getting this connectivity. Connectivity is there over here. PR121. Basically, sometimes what happens, if this PR register gets short, then your battery will not be able to get connected with the motherboard. Will not be able to communicate with the motherboard. We are checking with this. Okay, we are getting this connectivity also with the register. So also this coil and this register both are okay. And the another point is here. I am talking about this point. This is the MOSFET, and these two MOSFETs, 1 and 2. These two MOSFETs get combined and they are connecting with the coil. So we have to check the connectivity. With this connectivity we are getting it. We have to check with this negative also. With the negative, it's showing me some type of shorting. It's showing that shorting is present on the motherboard. This is this point over here where my mouse. This is the discharging MOSFET. These two are charging MOSFET and a charging coil. This 1 and 2 are discharging MOSFETs, and this is a output coil. These are discharging MOSFET, and this coil is connected with the battery directly. So it is showing me shorting. So we have to check this MOSFETs first. So I am going to check this MOSFET PQ1110. On the schematic I will show you. PQ110. This is our MOSFET. This is PQ110. This is the MOSFET we have to check. First we are going to check this MOSFET. The MOSFET is showing me okay. Changing the probe style. It's not showing me any type of shorting. With the gate we have to check it. It's okay. So this MOSFET is okay. This MOSFET is okay. We have to check this MOSFET. Oh, this is showing me some shorting. It's showing me 0 ohms on my multimeter. And this is the another point. With the gate, it's okay. So we can assume that this MOSFET is gone short. We have to check another MOSFET for charge. Those are two MOSFETs, 1 and 2. Now I'm checking second one. it's showing me high resistance. This MOSFET is okay. So we can assume that means this MOSFET is short. But with the drawing, we can check it. Another point is also there. So after this thing, so we have checked this MOSFET PQ110 and PQ108. We have checked both of them. PQ110 it's over here and PQ108 is over here. I have checked both the MOSFETs. This MOSFET is showing me with the drain. This is the drain point and this is the source point. In between these two, it's showing me 0 ohms. 0 ohms means that you are getting this MOSFET is short, or some another component related with this circuit is also getting short. So we'll check again another side of this motherboard. As we are going to check, we are getting 3 PF. These 3 PF are basically connected with the MOSFET, with the charging circuit. As you can see, this is my board view. This is the same, looks like same according to my physical motherboard also. So when I am going to check it with this is 8 and 9 number pin. This is the back side of the motherboard. And when we check it over here, we are getting battery plus. Okay. And on the bottom side, we are getting over here, I have shown you the PL 900 is there. Then PL 100 is there. This is a PL 100 coil. This I have shown that these MOSFETs are connected with the charging circuit. When we are checking with this point, when we are checking with this point PL 100, we are able to see it's connected with some MOSFET and a resistor, which I have shown in the picture. Over here, we are getting this resistor. This is the resistor over here. This is the resistor, which is located over here. This is the coil, which is over here, and this coil is getting connected to battery 8 and 9 number pin number 8 and 9, which is connected to this pin number 8 and 9. This is the back side of the motherboard. As you can see in my picture also, this is the back side. These things are connected over here. Here 4 PF are there. According to the board view, you will be able to see over here. These 3 PF are connected. This 4 PF, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the PF position is over here. According to the picture, you can see over here. So this is also showing me that this is battery plus and this is ground. Okay, so in my schematic drawing, this is the battery point and there are these 4 PF connected over here. These are the 4 PF which are basically connected over here. Most of the time we go through the small components. These are the small components. The big MOSFETs, they basically get short also. But in this case, it may be shorting of a PF also. So we'll try to remove the PF and check. I am going to remove this PF 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. So as you can see, I have removed 1, 2, 3 and 4 PF from the board. They are over here. These are the 4 PF which I have removed from the circuit. Now I am going to check with the motherboard. Now I am going to check with the motherboard connectivity. So this is the ground point. This is the ground point. I have kept it over here, or another ground point is over here. With the ground point, I am going to check. It's showing me 0 ohms. This ground is. I will check the ground circuit. Ground is okay. Now the top side of the motherboard. I am talking about this point. I can judge what is exactly going on the picture. So I am checking over here. I am trying to check over here. This 4 PF. So this is the ground point. I am talking about this PF. This 4 PF. Now I am going to check with it. The top side, top side is all the top side is ground. 1, 2, 3 and 4. These 4 points are showing me ground. On the opposite side of this ground, I am going to check. So I am not getting any type of reading. The shorting reading is not there. Another point, no, and another point, no. So it means that all these 4 PF, one of the PF is short, or the all the 4 PF are getting short. So we'll check with the PF. Now we are going to check with the PF also. I am going to check with the PF. It's not showing me any type of reading. So this PF may be okay. This PF is okay. Now we are going to check with another PF. This is also not showing me any type of reading. So this is also okay. This is the third PF. This is also okay. Not showing any reading. And the fourth PF. As you can see, my PF is showing me some type of reading. It's showing me 0 ohms, and the buzzer is also ringing. So this PF is short, and because of this, your motherboard battery was not getting charged, or it was not getting operated with the battery also. As you can see, I have replaced these 4 MOSFETs. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The culprit and the faulty MOSFET PF, sorry, MOSFET, it's not MOSFET, the PF which was shorted, which was showing me the shorting, I removed it. So now again we are going to check with the connectivity again. So as you can see over here, you are able to get a high resistance over here. This is the ground point, and this is the another side. This is the positive B plus, and over here the B plus we are checking it with the ground. This is the ground. This is the ground circuit. This is the positive circuit, and this is the ground circuit. Now we are going to check with the ground, with the battery terminals. So this is positive terminal. This is also positive. The last time which I have showed, it was showing me shorting, 0 ohms reading it was showing. This now it's showing me no resistance between this. So we can assume that our problem is been short out. Now we will connect the battery and check it again. So whenever the battery is getting charged, this voltage will be able to see. You are able to see this voltage. It's showing me 17 volt. The battery is 14.8 volt, and if battery is needed to charge, it will need more voltage, 3 volt more to charge. So it is showing me 17 volt. It's a charging voltage output. Over here, this coil, on the input side of the coil, we are able to see the frequency. Some data is coming out from here, which you are able to see over here. It's showing me some data. And the output side, we are getting 14 volt. We are getting 17 volt. Now if I shut down this laptop, this charging circuit, I'm going to shut down it for a few seconds. So what happens over, check over here. The voltages are 17 volt over here, 17 volt here. Now if I shut down the power supply, it will come down to 16 volt or less than that. So battery is now it's working. The laptop can work on battery also. Okay. Thank you for watching. If any queries, please contact me on my number, which is given in the bottom of the screen. Thank you. This is my power supply, which is showing me I have kept the voltage is 19.63 voltage and the amperes are 0.813. It means the battery is getting charged. According to the battery gets charged, this ampere will start decreasing because the battery needed amperes and the voltage a battery is getting, so it will get less.